been posted on the fire with D and we getting money.
In this music video, you can see Willie Addison, an aspiring 25-year-old rapper, in the moments leading to his death. Addison was performing at the Paradise Gentlemen's Club Wednesday morning just after 2 a.m. when this video was taken. Soon after, he was shot inside of a silver Chevy Tahoe, carrying 5 other people. Those 5 including Addison's father, brother, and friends, according to a family friend.
A total of 6 people shot.
1 person died and 5 others were injured after gunfire erupted about 2 this morning. Now, we just got some new surveillance video. Take a look with us here. In the video, you can see a silver SUV driving along Emerson. Seconds later, 2 other cars follow, and at the bottom of your screen there, you'll be able to see a group of people. They turn their heads in that parking lot as witnesses say the gunfire just broke out.
And tonight, warning more from JSO. They say this incident started near Bay Meadows at a club. He was attending a late-night rap music event.
In the year 2010, Jacksonville resident Willie Addison, known in the urban underworld as Boss Goon, was facing the court for taking someone's life and a gun charge, but was able to overcome that hurdle when his charges were eventually dropped. However, his legal woes would continue to have him facing imprisonment, and that end result came when he was found guilty on charges of burglary and perjury. Boss Goon would spend 6 years behind bars for those charges. Collectively with his other cases and trials, 10 years was the cost he paid before gaining his freedom. June 2018. A few months before his life would be lost, he was back home, finally a free man.
Bet you lying. 10 years on 10, man. 10 toes down, man. No bucking call lights, no gay shit, no policing. You know what I'm saying? Just all the way solid, man.
To his family, their loved one was back. But to law enforcement, a gang member was back in the public. Still, that was the least of his worries. Because to rival gangs, Boss Goon was a target to be assassinated. Boss Goon, however, was on a mission to turn from the life of crime and instead channel his experiences into a rap career down a more legal path. Within a month of being home, he was already promoting the release of his upcoming single, How I'm Coming. This would be officially released as How We Coming on August 10th, 2018, featuring the rapper Dirty Face. Unfortunately, even though Boss Goon wanted to transition into a successful rap career, the music video for the single held all the evidence of what was awaiting him in the coming months. Boss Goon can be seen surrounded by affiliates with guns while he wielded a couple himself. His affiliate Dirty Face rapped about Boss Goon being equipped with the firearm ready to go off. Boss Goon joined in, letting it be known he has his stripes in the streets while sending disses to rivals and their family members. Boss Goon was enjoying his freedom, but maybe in too much of a dangerous way. Still, he wasn't going to let anyone get in the way of his path to greatness. His rivals, however, had something to say about that in the coming months. January 5th, 2019. 10 days before his life was ended, Boss Goon posted to his Facebook account a flyer for an event where he would be performing live on January 15th at the Paradise Gentlemen's Club. The comments under the post showed the excitement to see him perform, and Boss Goon welcomed all to attend, even without an invite. The days counted down, and the big date arrived, January 15th, 2019. Boss Goon went to the venue with his family and friends, ready to have a good time. He was on stage doing what he loved, rapping, and looked happy and carefree with the crowd before him. Everything would go smooth, but his rivals had an eye on his location, marking Boss Goon from when his performance and the party was over. Midnight, January 16th would pass. Just 2 hours away from his assassination, Boss Goon would enjoy moments with his family, taking a picture with his little sister. Around 2 a.m., things were wrapping up, and Boss Goon, along with his father, his brother, and 3 others, entered a Chevy Tahoe SUV. With his father at the wheel, they drove about 6 miles away at Spring Park Road on Emerson Street in the Inglewood area of Jacksonville.
Now, this incident began at the Paradise Gentlemen's Club on Bay Meadows Road, and it ended 6 miles away on Spring Park Road and Emerson Street in the Inglewood area of Jacksonville.
This is where surveillance footage shows the moment Boss Goon received injuries that would cost him his life hours later. A silver SUV followed by 2 cars speed past the car park area to where Boss Goon and his family is situated in their vehicle and opened fire into the car over 100 times as persons watched, shocked at the gunfire erupting ahead.
Now, we just got some new surveillance video. Take a look with us here. In the video, you can see a silver SUV driving along Emerson. Seconds later, 2 other cars follow, and at the bottom of your screen there, you'll be able to see a group of people. They turn their heads in that parking lot as witnesses say the gunfire just broke out.
An employee of the Wackos Gentlemen Club, where the surveillance footage captured the vehicles, said the gunshots sounded like 2 minutes of continuous gunfire. Boss Goon was in the front passenger seat, got the worst of the bullets. His brother was hit in the back and head area, suffering 3 wounds, along with others in the vehicle receiving several gunshot wounds as well. His father, who was shot twice in the back, knew at that moment everyone's life was in his hands. Even through pain and bleeding out, he himself rushed everyone to the nearest hospital, the Memorial Hospital.
I guess 2 or 3 cars pulled up on the side of us, shot inside our car over 100 times. Put my son in the front seat, shot my son in the back, in the head 3 times, shot my nephew several times. A couple more passengers in there were shot several times, numerous of times. And I drove all the way from there to Memorial Hospital, shot in the back myself twice.
At around 2:09 a.m., Abdul Robinson Sr., Boss Goon's father, was caught on surveillance camera speeding towards the hospital where he pulled up with a bullet-riddled SUV. Boss Goon and his family would enter the hospital, one other in critical condition, but despite the best efforts of doctors present, Boss Goon would be the only one who succumbed to his injuries shortly after. With 5 other occupants still within being treated, police presence was heavy around the hospital in the event the assailants returned to finish what they started. Mayor Lenny Curry would voice his disapproval of the state of the city, making it known that after having a word with the sheriff, it was confirmed that the shooting was gang-related. Robinson Sr., Boss Goon's father, was now in the spotlight by the law, even though he was a father in mourning for his son. This was due to his past, which included 11 years behind bars, among other legal issues. To him, he felt as if that past was hindering the law from getting justice for his son. Authorities were treading lightly, giving the weight of his past in the city and the alleged power he still has. Rumors began circulating that retaliation would be swift and that Robinson Sr. had put a hit out on the persons responsible. He, however, went public on the news, stating otherwise and dispelling the claims of a hit.
I want justice for my son. I'm not sending nobody out there. They got quote unquote, I'm supposed to have hits.
And with all the shootings in Jacksonville right now, Abdul says the talk around town is that he is initiating some of it. He's getting retaliation for his son's shooting. He says that is not the case. He is going to let police do their jobs.
That later turned out to have allegedly been a false statement made by Robinson Sr., as him, along with one of his other sons, Hakeem Robinson, aka Queso, was held in 2020 on charges for murder and accessory after the fact. This stemmed from the alleged retaliation for Boss Goon's murder, where they were involved in taking the life of a rival rapper by the name of Charles McCormick, aka Little Buck, on January 15th, 2020. It is alleged that in the passing of Queso's brother, Boss Goon, Lil Buck would release a song disrespecting his passing, This would be taken as a sign that he was involved in taking Boss Goon's life and became a target for retaliation. Reports state that on January 15, 2020, Lil Buck's shooting was carried out at an Arlington shopping plaza after he was followed from home and ambushed. Surveillance footage would capture two assailants fleeing from the scene of the crime, and later, investigators would find the players involved in the brazen daytime assassination. They included Queso's affiliates, Leroy Whitaker, Dominique Barner, his brother Abdul Robinson Jr., and his father, Abdul Robinson Sr. Reporters state that after the incident, their vehicle would crash, after which they took refuge in a woman's house, holding her hostage before their getaway vehicle, Abdul Robinson Sr., arrived.
Jacksonville officers arrested 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson and his father, 49-year-old Abdul Robinson. Police say an off-duty officer saw a man fatally shoot another man outside of an employment center over on Merrill Road. Now, according to police, they drove off in a stolen car, which they crashed. At the time, releasing this surveillance video of the manhunt. Police saying the man held a homeowner hostage until they were picked up by another car. Hakeem Robinson is charged with second-degree murder. His father is charged with accessory after the fact, which is a capital felony.
The woman who was held hostage would later point out Barner in a photo lineup, and he would be tricked into giving information of what occurred that day. While imprisoned, a confidential informant was sent in on a wire, capturing Barner admitting to being involved in the murder of Little Buck, giving details of the others involved.
Your police were able to make their case against Robinson because of a confidential informant who went in and was able to record Barner, who admitted to and implicated in the McCormick murder, Robinson's father, and Leroy Whitaker, who we still do not have a photo of.
This evidence was coupled with social media posts tying Queso to the homicide. These included pictures of videos with firearms.
And we'll fight on boy, you better not play, and we'll catch you, boy.
A posted video of Lil Buck rapping with the caption, "Bye Bye," and a video of him at the nail salon with the caption, "Kill an N-word, then go get my toes done."
Also another story which depicted Hakeem Robinson at a nail salon receiving a pedicure with the caption, "Kill a N-word, then go get my toes done."
Queso would release a song with rapper and affiliate Young and Ace, titled ATK War, where he allegedly reenacted the Little Buck crime scene via his lyrics that sang, "Oh, Queso's steppin', 2 choppers and a 4-car, he ready, and 2 of his favorite felons, and I stepped on all them boys for you, now beat the ass in heaven." The lyrics allegedly reference Whitaker and Barner when he said, "and 2 of his favorite felons," then references avenging his brother Boss Goon when he said, "I stepped on all them boys for you, now beat their ass in heaven." Barner would be interviewed where he confirmed Queso retaliated on Lil Buck for making a diss song about his deceased brother, Boss Goon. Not only that, but he detailed Queso chasing down and ending the life of Little Buck with an AR pistol. It's sad that Boss Goon lost so much of his life to past criminal deeds and served time behind bars, only to come home and have his life taken without even being able to enjoy his new freedom. Now his brother and father are behind bars for avenging his death. That's the reality so many face who come up in an environment of gang culture and toxicity. Authorities list the deadly gang feud between 2 camps, KTA, also known as Kill Them All, associated with rapper Julio, and ATK, also known as Ace to Kill or Aim to Kill, associated with rapper Young and Ace, who has close ties with Queso. Queso Abdul Robinson Sr. and his family are documented by authorities as allegedly being involved with ATK. Rival Julio would take pleasure in their downfall, releasing a song titled Dead Ops, where he disrespects Boss Goon as a way to taunt ATK affiliates. On the song he raps, "N-words say my mama got packed. Queso, your daddy got shot after that. At the same time your brother got whacked. The ass, you ain't talking about that." Currently, the case of Boss Goon's father and brother have taken a serious plot twist. with his father, Abdul Robinson Sr., agreeing to testify against his son, Queso, to secure his freedom.
That's right, Keith. I mean, anytime you have one family member testifying against another, that's a big deal. But in this case, in addition to being father and son, both are reputed members of a local gang that's typically ruled by the code of silence.
The gang culture just keeps taking, never gives anything good in return. Rest in peace, Boss Goon.